Christ is God, and there is no other God. He is part of the Holy Trinity, and any other God is a demon, and it's false. How can you represent the constituents of Ohio, who are 64% Christian, if you are not a part of that faith? If you are an Indian, a Hindu, coming from a different culture, different religion than those who founded this country, those who grew this country, built this country, made this country the beautiful thing that it is today, what are you conserving? You are bringing change. I'll be 100% honest with you. Christianity is the one truth.
Christian voices should be the main voice of America, and I want to know, basically, why you seem to be, and I don't mean to be horribly offensive, but why you seem to be masquerading as a Christian.
Hi guys, my name is Mercy and you're welcome back to the channel. Now imagine being a Republican. You are running for a governor in Hawaii and the very people you expect to support you are saying no. We don't want you. You're not one of us. You are a Hindu and not a Christian. And this is the same Vivek who spent years defending white supremacists, trying so hard to fit into their cycle, only for them to turn around now and reject him. Now, people online are dragging him for it, and honestly, I have a lot to say. But first, let's roll the clip and see what everyone is saying, and then I'll share my thoughts at the end. So stay tuned, guys.
Hands down, my favorite pastime is when a brown or black person has that realization that they will never be liked by racists. If you haven't heard of this guy, he is running for governor in Ohio. He decided to go to the Turning Point USA to get their support. And they humbled him so quickly with one thing, his religion. He's not Christian. And I don't know why he thought that they were going to see him somehow as an equal. A, you're brown. B, they don't like any other religion that isn't Christianity. So every single person who got up at the mic was like, you can't be our governor. You're not white. You're not Christian. And here he is. His heart is breaking. He's done nothing but chuck, jive, tap dance to appease them. And when it comes down to it, it was never enough. And so that's how y'all look. If y'all wanted to know how y'all look, for those of you who be tap dancing, chucking and jiving and wondering what it's going to look like when the tables turn, it looks like this. You see that? That's what it looks like.
I'm not sure what it's going to take for my people to truly realize that we're not welcome here. And it really doesn't matter whether you were born here or not. We're all looked at the same. Now, if you're Indian and you're watching this, you know as much as I do that we have a lot of similarities and we have a lot of disconnects. As descendants of a nation that was once colonized, we tend to whitewash a lot. And that is a truly strange phenomenon that happens. As someone that looks like, speaks like, and basically has the same story as Vivek Ramaswamy, I can let you know right now that this is nothing new. It doesn't matter what your accent sounds like. It doesn't matter what you believe in. It doesn't even matter how rich you are. The point that I'm trying to make is that no matter how hard we try, we're never going to be them. And this is nothing different than what other minority groups go through in this country. Whether you're black, whether you're Mexican, whether you're Asian, whether you're Indian, it doesn't matter. We'll always be seen as the lackey, and as soon as they don't need us anymore, we're gone. And the faster that we realize that, the better it'll be.
Guys, Vivek Ramaswamy is learning the hard way that bigotry and white supremacy in this country run deeper than one could ever outrun. Vivek was having some town halls in Ohio because he's running to be governor of Ohio. Now, Vivek ran to be president, and of course, bigotry. So he didn't make it into the primaries. Be that as it may, you know, he did cozy up to the Republicans enough to garner some sort of attention on the national stage. And so he ultimately was supposed to be a part of Doge. But again, bigotry and white supremacy. So Elon Musk was the front runner and took the lead on Doge. Vivek was working with Elon for 1.5 seconds, okay? He lasted shorter than a New York minute, okay? And then got up out of Dodge. Now he's running to be governor of Ohio, and he did a town hall. And let me tell you something, them Christian Caucasian kids did him in. They said, why would you ever think you should be running to be governor of Ohio when you a Hindu? How inappropriate. One of them kids said, listen, Jesus Christ is Lord, okay? And I don't know what you doing with this Hindu stuff, but I don't really think you should be the governor. Now, Vivek tried to clap back and said, I'm not trying to be the pastor of Ohio. I'm trying to be the governor. And they were like, but we don't want you. And, therein lies the lesson. Therein lies the lesson. Most people think we have a problem, right versus left, red versus blue, Republican versus Democrat, radicals versus, no. No. We have a class problem. We have a white supremacy problem. We got socioeconomic problems. Okay? Those are the problems we have in real life. Oh, Vivek, Lord have mercy on him.
The extreme elements of any party will not accept all members, even if they believe in their ideology. Because sometimes you can't just be part of the way in. You got to be all the way in. You got to not only believe what they believe, but you got to look the right way. You got to dress the right way. You got to be perfect for you to be in the club. And Vivek Ramaswamy is finding that out. Check this out. The Ohio gubernatorial candidate was at a Turning Point USA event in Montana, running for office in Ohio, but he was in Montana. And he was speaking at Montana State University, and he was getting some disturbing questions. Let me just share some of the stuff that people said. He says, one person said, a male student, Jesus Christ is God and there's no other God. How can you represent the constituents of Ohio who are 64% Christian if you are not a part of that faith? If you are an Indian, a Hindu, coming from a different culture, different religion than those who founded this country, those who grew this country, built this country, made this country the beautiful thing that it is. What are you conserving? You're bringing change. I'll be 100% honest with you. Christianity is the one truth. And then a female student said that Ramaswamy was masquerading as a Christian. And he responded, he says, I'm an ethical monotheist. That's the way I would describe my faith. He asked, do you think it's appropriate for someone who's a Hindu to be president of the United States? And this was her response. No. But isn't Charlie Kirk's organization founded on Christian values as well? And isn't America based on what Protestantism is and based on how those values are? Wouldn't that contradict what your beliefs are? You see, the point I've been trying to make for a long time, for many years, especially to black and brown people who are conservatives, legitimately conservatives, believe in conservative principles, whether it be political ideology or financial conservatism, they believe in it. But for the extremes in the MAGA movement, they still don't get into the club because they don't look the right way and they don't pray the right way. Just believing in MAGA principles, political principles, is not enough. So for those of you out there that believe that you're going to be accepted, for a lot of them, you're not going to be accepted. You're never going to get in that club. When you show up with your membership card, it's going to be stamped. He's kind of in, but he ain't all the way in. That's just the way it is. And these are young people. This is the future of organizations like Turning Point USA, obviously, a lot of young folks, and maybe the future of MAGA. So Vivek Ramaswamy's finding out the hard way. Because just because you believe what they believe, it doesn't get you in the club. Your skin's still too brown. Your faith may not stack up to what they believe is the only faith, like the guy said, the only God. You may not look the right way, you may not pray the right way, therefore they'll never let you in. Just when you thought you were there, they'll remind you you're not even close.
Hello and good afternoon. So, y'all remember Vivek Ramaswamy? Y'all remember him. He burst onto the scene running for president. You know, his tagline was, I'm the little brown kid with the funny sounding name. We knew what he was trying to do. Anywho, so y'all know he's a biotech billionaire. right? He got his start in tech and pharma, whatever, right? Okay. So he was running for president, and as a Republican. Anywho, y'all remember that there was an interview that he did with Ann Coulter, the undead. And she told him, although they were in the same party and she liked some of his ideas, she would never vote for him because he wasn't white. Y'all remember that? He said that. She said that to his face, and he basically told her, hey, I appreciate your honesty. Let's fast forward. He decided to take himself over there to the deceased's business, the deceased, to Turning Point, that place. And them people, the audience that consisted of mainly non-people of color, they hurled racist slurs at him. They told him that he will never be one of them. Basically, he will never get their vote. They don't care that he's a Republican. All they care about the fact that he's brown and he's Hindu. And so he's over there, talking about, his beliefs and whatnot. And they basically told him they don't care. He will never get their vote because he is not white. I am just here asking these questions. I know it's rhetorical because I know. But when are the Latinos for Syphilitic Sid, Tim Scott, Vivek, and a whole host, Clandis, when are y'all gonna understand that just because you may share certain conservative values that really are no longer conservative values, that you will never be accepted by these racist people? It is very evident at this point that they had no problem using you to secure votes for the people who look like you. But they are never going to let you into their club. If you look at Syphilitic Sid's cabinet, there is one black man in that cabinet, and he's the HUD secretary, as if they think the only thing that a black person can understand is subsidized housing. But I ain't gonna lie. I love this for Vivek. Because no matter how much you speak like them, no matter how much you say the same hateful things as them, you will never be one of them. And I love this for him. I do. I ain't gonna lie. I love it. And I can't wait for the continued dragging. Maybe I should feel a little something for him, but I don't. I really don't. I really don't. And I don't care. I don't care. Okay, bye.
Vivek Ramaswamy met with the people that he wants to represent, right? The MAGA supporters, the Charlie Kirk supporters, right? The Christian nationalists. He met with them, right? Boy, they turned that boy every which way but loose. Hey, yo, white folks, y'all did a good-ass job with that. I absolutely, it warmed my heart to see the blatant racism. It warmed my heart to see his people that he wants to represent tell him in his face, if your Indian ass don't get out of here, we don't want you here either. Yo, fork found in fucking kitchen. Like, we already knew this. But the fact that Vivek is sitting there trying to defend this is even more crazy. The dude said, I don't really like legal immigration. What do you think about that? His parents immigrated here. The other little kid said, hey, how you supposed to represent us? You're an Indian. Oh, I mean, you're Hindu. Yo, you can't make it up. You can't make this up. This is like comic gold. Like, oh my gosh.
There are times when I wish that Paul Mooney was still alive. And Vivek Ramaswamy getting torn a new one by them young white evangelicals is one of them times. Because, child, and he went with his best white face on. Can we talk about the makeup that he was wearing that was trying to make him look like he was 4 shades lighter? It is very sad. It is very sad. And I'm just saying that Paul Mooney was always say that black people got their Negro wake up call. I don't know what you would call this besides an Indian wake up call, but all the times he was on here trying to say how wonderful America was, how, lecturing the black people about how we don't understand and it's not like that anymore, and campaigning with the Republicans and trying to be a Republican because he believes in the values that Republicans share. Do you believe in this one? Do you believe that a you can't be governor of Ohio because you are a Hindu and you brown? They see through that light makeup, child. That makeup was sending me. Mm. But you guys, Indian wake up call, because you know what they say, tokens get spent, and it's very sad. But I don't feel sorry for him because the way he was lecturing black people about how we don't know what's going on in this country. We're so blessed. We're so privileged. It's not racist. It's racism is not. This isn't a racist country. I want somebody to ask him today. I want somebody to ask him now.
And honestly, this right here is the perfect example of what happens when you try so hard to be accepted by people who will never see you as one of them. Like you can literally scream their talking points, you can defend them, you can even turn against your own. But the day they decide you don't belong, they will remind you quick, quick. And that's what Vivek just learned. And the truth is, you can't outright a white supremacist because to them, it's not about values or politics, it's about power an identity. So for anyone out there still thinking you will get a seat at that table by shaming your own people, baby, that table was never set for you in the first place. And the earlier you realize that, the better for you. You can change, you can learn, or you can just keep chasing approval from people who would toss you aside. The choice is yours. Anyway, that's it from me today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and of course subscribe to support the channel if you haven't. But please tell me what you guys think about this whole situation. Do you feel like Vivek deserved that wake up call? For me, I feel like he even deserved worse. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and do all to like this video, share to people that needs to see it, and also subscribe to support the channel if you haven't. You guys, I lost my voice. I'm trying so I'm trying so hard to increase my volume, but I lost my voice. But thank you so much for rocking with me on this one. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.